Hi, fourth grade. Today we are going to be doing an ELA lesson on nonfiction text features. And we started this last week when we did Life of the Ant. But this week we're going to talk more about how we use these nonfiction text features in our social studies textbook, in our science textbook, and in nonfiction articles. So informational texts. And we're going to read different informational texts, and we're going to learn about some tools that we can use while we're reading. So today we're going to be reading the article Stopping a Toppling Tower. But before we do that, I want to talk about what we do when we're reading nonfiction texts and some tools that you guys can use while you're reading them. So if you guys look on the left-hand side of my screen, I have my cursor over there right now. Hopefully you guys can see it. We're going to read through this article, and it will help you when you go to Stopping a Toppling Tower. So, as you guys know, when we are reading nonfiction and we're reading informational text, we are learning information. Our purpose, the author's purpose, is for us to learn something new. So science, we use nonfiction text a lot. Social studies, we use nonfiction text a lot. And they can give us a lot of different information. So if you guys look on the right-hand side of my screen where it says Stopping a Toppling Tower, this looks a lot different than a storybook, let's say. If we read our one from the beginning of the year, our first day of school book, it looks a lot different from this. We don't have any colorful pictures. We still do have photographs to help us out. We have some headings. We have a title. We have numbers. So it looks a lot different from what we're used to when we're reading a fiction text. We have special features, and ultimately these special features are part of our reading toolbox. It can be really confusing when we first look at this article. There's a lot going on. I have some bolded text. I have pictures. I have arrows. I have other text boxes, so it can be a little confusing. But our reading toolbox can help us to do our work and can help us to read nonfiction texts. So we're going to go over some of our reading tools. So it's on this side. I believe I can. Oh, maybe not. So our reading tools, and these tools are going to help us to read Stopping a Toppling Tower. The first thing I want to start off with always in my informational text is my title. My title is super important. As we know, when we learned about main ideas, looking at the title can tell us what our main idea is about. So that's the first place we should always start. It is going to tell me the big topic and tell me what my article is going to be about. I'm going to read the introduction and the heading. So here's my introduction right here. And then I have my headings. I have the problem. I have the solution. And then those will, with my introduction and my headings, this will also help me with my main ideas. I'm going to look for words that are bolded. That's another key thing that I'm looking for is my bold-faced words. They're usually my vocabulary words. We talked about that last week. Pronunciation, that's going to tell me how to say a word if I'm confused on how I say it. I have to read the text in order. It's important. Look, I have numbers here. Numbers tell me order. So I need to make sure that I'm following the order that my text is being listed in. For also, my heading might tell me the order. This says problem and then solution. So usually those two are in order. And then I study the photographs. So here's my photograph. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And my diagram. It's a little bit hard to see, but you have layers of the earth right there. All of these things are going to give me more information. I can start at the top with my title. I can say, okay, my title is Stopping a Toppling Tower. So I know that my article is going to have something to do with a tower. And I can look down here and I can see the tower also. And it says it's toppling, and my words are kind of look like they're toppling. So I know that my article is